Kom ons probeer weer.
Ja, there we
Ek
are.
dink hierdie koue weer ek het nou vandag nie lekker saam gespeel.
The cold weather certainly does have something to do with this. Like I said, my ears are already just watering from the cold. I'm not a cold weather person at all.
Dis die snaakste ervaring hierdie en dit is soort van die tweede, die derde winter hierdie somer.
Ja.
En dit het gistermiddag so ingekruip en toe het gisterand net bitterkoud geraak. Dit was net letterlik baie koud geweest. En vanoggend, soos julle kan sien, is dit Maas, môre Vincent sê vir
Môre, Vincent.
Dit was net baie snaaks geweest vanoggend. Eintlik in die nag het dit net bitterkoud geraak.
Yes.
So as julle nou ingeskakel is en vir ons môre sê, dan laat weet tog hoe lyk dit in julle wêreld, veral daar in die Vrystaat.
Ja, ek wil nie weet hoe koud is dit nou dan.
Kyk, ons het gister gehoor dit reën in die Vrystaat. Jy weet so, miskien Suid-Kaap. Ons weet in die suide van die land is dit koud. En ons sal bietjie later kyk na die weervoorspelling vir vandag. Hierdie is Conservation Tuesday, Dinsdag gaan dit altyd oor bewaring en so meer. Kaufeee, so ons het 'n lekker mooi bydrae vir julle vandag.
We've got a fantastic contribution for you today. We are going to take you to a complete different place, which I'm sure all of you will enjoy. But let it be a surprise. So we're not going to talk about it as quite yet, because we first want to have a look as to what is happening in the headlines.
Ja, ons wil vinnig kyk na die hooflyn die hoof nuusberigte. Net so vinnige samevatting daarvan en dan gaan ons kyk na die bydrae. Ek wil net vir julle sê vooraf dat die bydrae is opgeneem. Ons het dit gedoen ten tye van 'n besoek. So dit is nie 'n regstreekse uitsending nie. It's not live. It is a contribution. Maar ons saai dit uit as 'n bydrae vir hierdie Dinsdagoggendprogram.
Correct. So what happens is, as this production is being shared with you, Dirkas and myself, we're going to be online with you, and you can pass us your questions, and we'll be interacting directly with you. And also later on, once it's finished, we'll be directly live again, and we can have a small, short chat about it.
So julle kan heeltyd ons gaan kyk soos julle boodskapies inkom en julle bydraes.
Yes.
Of wat julle dink. So ek sê die onderhoud was in die bos gedoen. Ons kan ongelukkig nie sê presies waar nie. Dit was deel van die ooreenkoms, maar ons bring graag die inligting vir julle.
And what you can do is also please share this live stream this morning, because the content of this particular show is really, really good, really, really interesting. So that your friends and colleagues out there, perhaps, and family members can also join in.
Ja, kyk, die aanloop tot die bydrae of tot die opname was dood eenvoudig die ontsettende ek wou amper sê toename van renosterstroopery wat afgelope 2 maande plaasgevind het. En die feit dat baie van die boere net absoluut moedeloos in die hande en die hare sit, want hulle weet net nie meer wat om te doen. En dan is daar weer die wat hulle beywer vir die teenstroop. En ons het besluit om daardie opname te gaan maak en met 'n baie spesiale vriend van hierdie program te gaan gesels. Gou weer terug by die hoof nuustrekke. Hier's een op die voorblad, Meatco hier in Namibia eis meer as 2 miljoen van 'n boer. Meatco beweer dat hulle het 'n ooreenkoms aangegaan met 'n boer om 'n bees op die plaas aan te hou. Nou hierdie kontrak is so 2.2 miljoen en dan sou 1569 bees op die boer se plaas aangehou word. Maar op hierdie stadium nadat hy audit gedoen het, is 422 van hierdie beeste is net missing op hierdie boer se plaas. En hy sê wel, hy gaan nie pa staan daarvoor nie. En hulle sê, maar wag so 'n bietjie, ons betaal jou om na ons beeste om te sien. En soos wat die beeste dan verkoop word of gebruik word, is daar dan ons noem dit 'n produsente winsaandeel.
Yes.
Met ander woorde, soos wat hy na hulle omgesien het, amper soos 'n groot voerkraal. Jy weet, sal dan natuurlik winsdeling wees. Maar op hierdie stadium is dit nou 'n geveg wat in die hof beland het. Want Meatco sê, luister, hier's 422 van ons bees wat weg is.
Aha.
Ons het jou verantwoordelik gehou en die waarde van hierdie bees is 2 miljoen. So hier kom 'n groot saak.
Here's a big story.
Yep, wat het jy?
Okay, so on the front page of the Namibian this morning, we are talking about, and this of course on the 20th of September, an interesting headline here, the city of Windhoek to probe public-private partnership land deals. Now listen to this. The Windhoek City Council wants to conduct a forensic investigation into land deals signed under controversial private-public partnerships, in other words PPPs, marred with allegations of self-enrichment and conflicts of interest and cronyism. The Namibian in 2015 reported that the then SWAPO-led council bound the municipality to PPP deals involving that where a developer gets land for free, access to essential services are supplied, after which the land is sold at huge profits. This has, for instance, resulted in 5 well-connected companies obtaining land measuring 319 hectares, so that would make about 390 football fields. In Windhoek, 3 of 5 companies aimed to make a profit of over 150 million Namibia dollars. The PPP arrangements resulted in the construction of various developments such as Ochimuzi Extension 5 and Rocky Crest Extension 5. So there you go, full story in the Namibian today.
Ons het gister gesê oor daai eksplorasiewerk daar in Leonardville.
Ja.
Nou vandag is daar weer 'n opskrif in die koerant. Die een kant sê nee, goed, ons gaan sorg dat die waterbronne getoets word.
Okay.
En nou kom die Landless People Movement, die LPM.
Ja.
En hulle sê nee, hulle gaan regstappe neem. Hulle wil hierdie proses stop. Hulle wil nie vooruitgang sien in Leonardville nie.
Yes.
Hulle sê nee, ons gaan hierdie ding na hof toe vat en ons gaan hierdie hele proses stop. Dit moenie gebeur nie. So dis nou die twee kant. Die een kant sê ja vir ontwikkeling en vooruitgang en die Landless People Movement sê nee, ons gaan dit stop. So Wetspring beplan om die mynproses en die ontginningsproses bekend te maak en die beplande metode is nou met teenkanting begroet deur die Landless People Movement. So daar's nou twee partye wat stry, moet ons ontwikkel en vooruitgaan in Namibia of moet dit eenvoudig in sak en as die Landless People Movement sê nee, ons wil nie vooruitgaan nie. Ons gaan hierdie ding stop in die hof. So,
Ja.
Daar het jy dit.
In the next couple of days, we will be talking to also some medical individuals, and what goes hand in hand with that in the NMH newspapers today. Just something for your interest is this, shall we call it, medical brochure insert or of a bylaw. It is extremely comprehensive, if you would like. And for those of you who've got an interest in the medical fraternity and also industry in Namibia, then this would be the one to look at. It's really comprehensive with lots of information. Go through that.
So, ons gesels môre met Rudolf Versace.
Ja.
Ja, hy kom kuier by ons en ook 'n dokter.
Ja.
En sy kan kom gesels oor die kwessie van depressie. Veral in die tye na COVID, soveel maatskappye wat toemaak, soveel mense wat hulle werk verloor. En wat depressie doen aan die mens, aan die liggaam. En Rudolf kom gesels oor nuwe produkte, so ons sien uit om hulle te kom kry.
It's going to be
Maar ons gaan vir
fantastic.
Rudolf en sy span vir omtrent 4 woensdae na mekaar.
Ja.
Gaan hulle by ons kom kuier. So ons sien uit om môre vir Rudolf hier by ons te hê.
Yes. Okay, and then just from my side, the last one in the Allgemeine Zeitung, the German daily over here. This is a really, really cool story. So we're looking at an Austrian individual. His name is Gerald Rehmann. He's from Vienna, Austria. And he has won the astronomer photographer. He's an astronomy photographer. He's won the astronomy photograph of the year 2022. It is a photo that he had already taken. Let me just get, it was taken on Christmas Day in 2021
Yeah.
of the comet Leonard that has passed Earth. Comet Leonard has already left our solar system. However, this picture is absolutely stunning, and if you look at the picture, you can understand why he's actually won this prize. And you can actually see on the comet, part of the tail has broken off and is being taken taken away from the comet itself by the solar winds. Absolutely stunning. So maybe you can find this photo online. If not, go and get your German daily, and it's definitely in the Allgemeine Zeitung.
Ek het karretjies vra, hy het nou vir ons op WhatsApp, en baie dankie vir julle wat WhatsApp boodskapie stuur, en sal gesels op WhatsApp, ons waardeer dit, die nommer is op die skerm. Hy het 'n ding gesê van Namibia, daar's 4 lande, Indonesië, Argentina, en Poland en Namibia. Nou, hulle gaan deelneem aan 'n Girl Gamer Festival. Ek is nie presies seker wat dit is nie. Karretjies, miskien kan jy vir ons verduidelik, dit vind in Bali plaas.
Right.
'n girl gamer. En daar is 'n foto van 'n span meisies van Namibia wat gaan deelneem aan hierdie World Champion in Bali. So karretjies, miskien kan jy vir ons net meer inligting stuur. Ek vra om verskoning, ek is nie presies seker wat die Girl Gamer kompetisie is nie. Maar ons het dit gekry, baie dankie, dit is hier op my foon.
So, from what I understand, Girl Gamer, these are, from what I understand, Karikis, please help us correct, I've just Googled it, is online gaming. And it's girl-based teams, I guess.
Ja, ek was so aanvaar, want dit is al wat Girl Gamer vir my kan sê.
But maybe Karikis can give us the details.
Maar Namibia is een van 4 spanne, of een van 4 spanne wat teen mekaar gaan kompeteer.
Ja.
Goed,
comments.
Comments, boodskappe vir hierdie koue oggend.
Ons het vir Karikis Karsens wat ons vanoggend gejoin het, en dan Piet Spies, hy sê môre uit 'n koel Bloemfontein. Eerste dag sê het nie deurgegaan nie. Bloem se temperature is 4 en 17. Okay.
Lekker koud.
Dis as gevolg van swaar sneeu in Lesotho, aldus die weervoorspellings. Baie dankie Piet. Nou weet ons hoe lyk dit daarso in die suide.
Weet jy wat, die ander ding, terwyl ons na hierdie bydrae gaan kyk oor die anti-poaching unit se training, of die training kamp as meneer onderhoude, baie van die inligting kan ons nie met julle deel nie. Maar ons het gister op sosiale media het ons 'n video gesien van 'n haglike ongeluk wat plaasgevind het.
Ongelooflik.
In Suid-Afrika tussen trokke.
Ja.
En miskien kan julle vir ons meer inligting gee oor waar dit plaasgevind het, hoeveel mense is in die proses beseer, maar dit was 'n trok wat blykbaar klaar omgeval het, en mense het stadig om die ongelukstoneel beweeg toe 'n ander trok van die teenoorgestelde rigting teen 'n geweldige snelheid in hierdie ongelukstoneel in vasgejaag. Alles het in vlamme uitgebars en daar was baie omstanders. So as julle meer inligting het uit Suid-Afrika wat daardie ongeluk aan betref, stuur dit tog vir ons. Ons sal dit so 'n klein bietjie later sal ons dit lees. So,
shall we take a quick break and then do an introduction? Perhaps?
Onthou, ons het ook al daai advertensies is in die bydrae.
Okay.
Maar kom ons,
dis heeltemal reg.
Ons sê net gou dankie hier aan Warta weer. Ja, Warta wat vir ons help en dit moontlik maak, en ek moet sê is ongelooflike hulp.
Thank you so much.
Ons kan niks doen, soos in Suid-Afrika kan ons niks doen as ons krag van tyd tot tyd afskakel. Wat noem dit 'n trip in die krag.
Ja.
Jy weet, of 'n power cut vinnig. Ons kan ongelukkig niks daar doen nie, en ons vra byvoorbeeld om verskoning vir die tipe van goed wat gebeur. Dieselfde met internet. Hoe sê Kaufeee altyd, as jy nie wifi het nie.
Ja, is dit een ding?
En as jy nie krag het,
dan is dit nog een.
En dan kan ons niks doen. So ons sal altyd probeer om die beste te doen om so vinnig moontlik weer aan die gang te kom. Maar dankie vir die kragbron in die naam van Warta. En kom, ons gaan ons na ons bydra toe. Julle kan vir julle lekker koppie koffie maak. Sit rustig agteroor, geniet die gesprek daar diep in die bos in Namibia. Goed, ons gesels aan die ander kant van hierdie bydra.
Yeah. And there we are. Can you, in the African Namibian bush?
Yeah, absolutely.
What a setting. I mean, just look at all of that.
Agter. Ja.
Right.
Daar was nou 'n klomp administrasie hoenders, maar hulle het nou blykbaar is nou terug kantoor toe.
Ja.
En die mooiste wild vanoggend gesien hier by hierdie watergat.
He's referring to the Afrikaans tarantaal, which in English is a guinea fowl.
Ja.
We've met a lot of wildlife since we've been here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Since late yesterday afternoon, we spent the night out in the bush. And all I can say, the Namibian wildlife, wow, incredible, unbelievable.
En 'n oggend vol verrassings, 'n paar dinge het op ons pad gekom.
Yes.
Maar ons hanteer hulle soos wat mense by enige probleme en uitdagings hanteer, so stuk vir stuk.
Ja.
Want dis allermins hoe mense olifant eet. Jy weet, jy eet hom bietjies vir bietjies, jy weet, en dis dit.
Ja.
Ons sê baie dankie aan Namibia Wildlife Protection wat dit moontlik gemaak het en ons genooi het hier na hierdie pragtige plaas.
Yes.
En ons gaan met 'n paar manne gesels en hoor wat hulle doen. Daar word baie gesê en baie gespekuleer oor opleiding, die belangrikheid van opleiding en presies wat gebeur dan as die manne klaar opgelei is. So dit sal vir ons lekker wees om so 'n bietjie te gesels vanoggend.
Yes.
En ek dink van my kant af is ek vreeslik opgewonde.
How do you like our new outfits from Namibia Wildlife Protection? So let us tell you this. Poaching in Namibia is currently unprecedented. We've seen it over the last couple of months. Unbelievable what's happening here in our beautiful Namibian African country in terms of poaching. Now, Namibia Wildlife Protection is one of these, shall we say, organizations that really puts heart and soul into anti-poaching. And we'll be talking about this and we'll give you further details regarding all of this. But yeah, we've got an exciting show for today and it's so nice to have you all on board.
Ja, die mense praat altyd, jy weet, hulle dink as 'n klomp ganghou ouens, jy weet wat ou 303 gewere kry en 'n paar plakkies en dan hulle in die bos en dan moet hulle nou renosters en olifante oppas, maar dit werk nie so nie. Die kursusse word georder as baie dissipline. Ons het vanoggend gesien hoe die ouens 'n bietjie drillwerk doen op 'n rare grond en so meer. Ja. En dis vir ons 'n groot voorreg om met van die jong manne te gesels. En die lekkerte daarvan is dat hulle vir julle vertel, nie ons nie.
Ja.
Ons fasiliteer dit net. So ons gaan 'n advertensie vat en gaan ons eerste gas nader.
Yeah, I think we'll be speaking to the leader of this entire project, Namibia Wildlife Protection. He'll be able to give us all the details, all that what it is that we need to know and understand whilst we are here in the bush. So we'll see you now.
Vintage Bar and Grill. Your friendly neighborhood bar, where the food is always great and very affordable, and the drinks are always cold. We promise a good time between nightly DJ music, karaoke, live music on weekends, and even pub games. We have fantastic braai facilities, ample seating, and more than enough secure parking. So pop in at Vintage Bar and Grill at Jerk Sky Park in Olympia. Vintage Bar and Grill. Always a good time.
Most people understand the importance of getting a good night's sleep to ensure optimum performance during the day, which is why you need to invest in a good quality mattress to ensure you get the best sleep possible at night. We've got you covered. Visit Oblivion Trading Enterprises at Unit 12 and 13, Edison Street, Southern Industrial for a vast range of Medispine orthopedic mattresses to choose from, or call Pierre at 0811 29 7666. Feel the bliss.
Ja, daar is het.
And we are back.
Vandag. Ek het goed geslaap.
Fantastic.
Baie lekker goed en vanoggend vroeg wakker geword.
Yes, nice early night.
Ja, mense wil, jy weet ek moet nog inlê, maar dit werk nie heeltemal so nie.
Ja.
Nou, welkom. Baie welkom.
Yeah, thanks.
En wat 'n groot voorreg om saam met jou te kan kuier.
Yeah, it's a privilege for me to be on set again. I'm getting used to this now.
Salmon vermaak. Ja, hy is hier by ons en hy gesels lekker saam. Salmon verduidelik vir ons die kursus wat jy aanbied. Wat gaan alles in so 'n kursus in terme van in die eerste plek die kering van die jong manne en vrouens en dan natuurlik die kursus inhoud self.
Yeah. I'm going to speak English. if
Sure,
that's okay?
Of course, yeah.
We have two types of training, or two legs to this training program. First of all, we do a certain selection and recruitment with our own guys that we appoint as rangers.
Okay.
And then they go through the training process here on this farm at this location where we are, and that's quite a strict process, the recruitment and selection process. We get enormous amount of applications for job applications for being rangers, and then we invite them to a place normally there north of the power station in Windhoek, and then they have to do 40 push-ups. They have to run 8 kilometers under 50 minutes.
Okay.
And then they do an aptitude test, and then I do an interview. And then once we have the shortlist there, then there's not much left. I mean, we had once 150 applicants, and we only got 6 out of them.
Wow.
That was actually qualifying through the whole process.
That is quite a rigorous thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we do, most of the time, we do polygraphs on them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then after that, those who come out clean at the end of the day,
Yep.
we bring to our training location here, Camp Rhino, and then they go through a 4 to 6 week training process here.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
But what we are currently busy with is we also make use of international volunteers that come from abroad, paying volunteers. We look after some of the black rhino custodian farms free of charge.
Okay.
And we use that money to subsidize our custodian farm projects.
Right.
It's money from international volunteers.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, and
Fantastic.
for that, we have then a specific training when they arrive in Windhoek. We we bring them to Camp Rhino, and we go through only a 10-day intensive anti-poaching training program, and that is what we are busy with now. So only 10 days.
Yeah. There's beautiful facilities here.
Yeah, we are very, very privileged to have this here.
Absolutely beautiful.
It's an amazing location.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then we go through the 10 days with them, and then normally we also get applicants or students from locally from Namibia itself.
Yeah.
Right.
At this moment in time, we have 7 students, one from the UK, one from South Africa, and the other 5 are Namibians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone, if I can ask this, just purely because we wouldn't know, in terms of the training that you guys do, what is the success rate in terms of that, or does that also have a lot to do with your let's say your pre-selection to make sure, because you obviously know what it entails, the physical training, what it entails, so that you're not really set up for failure because the pre-selection process has done what it can possibly do.
Unfortunately, there is a failure rate, if that is the right word.
Right.
We have very high standards. Once a student is trained, he does an exam, and he needs to get at least 80%. I'm talking about prospecting rangers that want to work for us.
Yeah. Okay.
At least 80%. If he doesn't make it at 80%, or if he doesn't make it on certain modules or certain aspects,
Okay.
Especially physically, he should make it. Many times they can run the 8 kilos and do the push-ups, but once they are in training, doing exercises every day, walking 15 to 20 k's a day, then they fall out.
So typically you might have like individuals that might be good at the theory but not so good in the physical, and then vice versa, physical and theory. Okay.
Unfortunately, physical is the most important part.
Sure.
Our rangers are on foot on the farms where we work,
Yes.
and
Yes.
they have to be physically fit and willing and able.
Yeah.
There's
Understand.
no other way out.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's like stalk and scout all the time.
Yeah.
It's not getting in a vehicle and just drive around like a
They walk
glorified
15
ranger.
to 20 k's a day, non-stop, every day of the week.
Someone, the actual content of the course, can you give us a little bit of an overview? What does it entail?
We cover the poaching aspects, the different kinds of poaching, subsistence poachers, commercial poachers, syndicate poachers. That we cover broadly, or actually not broadly, in quite in detail. And then we talk a lot about conservation and principles of conservation.
Sure.
We talk about the rhino and the differences between the black and white rhino, and the significance of rhinos in our country and in our economy.
Yes.
With the tourism and so on. And then we go over to focus on map reading, navigation, tracking and follow up. That's a big part of our thing.
Yeah.
Tactical movement, fire and movement, ambushes, and a lot of stuff, and also a lot about dangerous animals.
Right.
How do you handle an elephant if you walk up to it on the farm?
Yeah.
A lion, a rhino, and so forth.
Because the guys are exposed to that.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we put a lot of effort in trying to train them how to handle certain dangerous animals.
And the training camp is basically based in a location with all these animals on the farm.
Absolutely. We have lions here, we have rhino, we have elephant,
Elephant, yeah.
and obviously leopards, we have hippos.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's as realistic as you can get.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Good. What about communication? I'm talking about communication with each other. I mean, the team or individuals. Then to let's call it the senior or the person in charge of the camp, and then also the feedback after some encounters have been had. What is the line of communication?
Well, I'm not sure what
When the two guys are walking with each other, you know, and they split up because of certain things that they've noticed. Do they communicate by radio?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we have radios, two-way radios.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have repeater system. We have we have excellent radio technology that we use. I mean, there's no other way.
Yeah.
Most of the farms where we work, we don't have cell phone reception.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the radio is the thing, especially on this farm. There's very bad cell phone reception here,
Yeah.
but we have radio communication. Yeah.
So we get this right now. Here where we are, this is basically the training and development camp of Namibia Wildlife
Yes,
Protection.
absolutely.
But the services of Namibia Wildlife Protection go way beyond where we are. It's a wide area that's being covered throughout Namibia.
Yeah, at this moment in time, we cover about just over 500,000 hectares.
Wow.
That we protect rhinos on.
Yeah.
Right.
On various farms throughout the country.
Yes.
Everyone that worked for us came through this camp and this process of training.
Yes.
So this is our home base with regards to training.
Right.
Our head office is situated in Windhoek, where I also live. But wherever anyone goes, they have to come through here. Even if they come from their rest days. They go on race days. Every 3 months they go for 14 days race days.
Yeah.
All our rangers.
Yeah.
Afterwards they come for a I'm not sure what it means. Opknapping.
Like a refresher.
Course, yeah.
Okay.
Just a refresher, and then they go back to the farms again and release the other guys.
A question that I would like to ask is that, you know, people that go through this very rigorous training program, and believe me, it's not an easy one. It's one that requires full-on dedication, as we've seen over the last 2 days. Once an individual like that has put heart and soul and, you know, financial resources into it and actually qualifies, what are the employment probabilities or possibilities?
Well, as I say, there's two different approaches that we have. The one is where if we have vacancies,
Okay.
then we call the applicants to do the selection course before the time.
Right.
The 50Ks and 50-minute 8 kilos and push-ups and so on. And then obviously once they succeed and completed the training successfully, they get caught up into our operation.
Sure.
There's no question about that. With regards to the training that we have now, where we work with paying students that come in, they come for the experience. Most of the time we have farmers and farmers' sons
Yes.
that come to get the experience of the anti-poaching so that they can go back to their own farms
And apply.
it.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So
Great.
obviously we don't offer them a job unless
Yeah, sure.
they apply and we have a vacant position and they have successfully completed the training.
Yeah, and I can only imagine that with this type of qualification. I mean, we're talking about Namibia now, but I mean, that's not where it ends.
Yeah.
You know, poaching is worldwide, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Our program, I just want to maybe give an overview of our program.
Yes, yes.
We start in the morning, 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. We do power hour.
Okay.
That is fitness.
Right.
Now, we know and understand that you cannot get fit in 10 days. I'm talking about the training that we have now.
Yeah.
But still, the fitness plays a big role in finding your own limitations, etc., etc. Every student get the opportunity to get the blood circulation going and experience how it feels to really get to a point where you can't do one more push-up or run one more kilometer.
Yeah.
So, and then from there on, we do an hour food drill every morning. The food drill is for the discipline. I have found through all my years in the forces that food drill creates magic in terms of camaraderie,
Right.
in terms of the discipline.
Yeah.
So therefore, we still do a food drill every morning. That's part of our process. And then from there on, we have a brunch, a nice brunch. You guys can can
Vouch for that.
Yeah, it was really delicious. Thank you very much.
And then we go through the day up to 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the evening. And then our training is now, this 10-day training, 5 days is theoretical, mostly classroom training. And then the next 5 days is practical, where they have to take everything that they learned the first 5 days and apply it in the next 5 days.
Yeah.
We also do survival, survival. So from Friday till Sunday, they're doing survival. They have to get their own water, cook, make fire without any assistance in terms of matches or whatever. And
Sure.
Fantastic. I would like to know what is the association or the relationship with the actual authorities of the country in terms of conservation, forestry, ministries, those people. Do they acknowledge the work and the trained rangers?
Yeah, we work closely with the Ministry of Environment and Tourism, or Forestry and Tourism.
Forestry.
And also we work closely with the Protected Resources Unit of the police.
Yeah.
And we really have a good relationship with both. Both those.
Well, that's good to hear.
Departments.
That's really good to hear.
Yeah.
You know, because quite often, private sector does say, we would need some more support from government and all that. But it's really good to hear that this is the case.
Yeah.
Well done.
I mean, we are very dependent on things like firearm licenses that get approved in time.
Correct.
So
Yes.
We really get an excellent service from them.
Right. So it is. It's almost October 2022. How do your programs, let's say, your year planning work? How does that work? How many courses do you have per year? Does it end, let's say, during the December holiday time?
Yeah, we normally tend to have a course every second month. I'm talking now about courses like this where students can apply and they pay for the training and so on.
Sure.
So every second month we have. So October we won't have any, but 21st of November, it's our next course, and that will be the last one for the year.
Okay.
And then only in January next year.
So this is the important question, Salman. Where can people find you and register in terms of this?
We have a very active Facebook page, Namibia Wildlife Protection Facebook page, and we also have a website where they can contact us from. And the website is www.namwildlifeprotect.com.
Can we just have that one more time, please?
namwildlifeprotect.com.
Well, there you have it. Yeah. So if you are interested in
just
getting...
click on the contact us and we get an email and we contact you.
Fantastic.
Salman, just before we finish with this discussion, have you got any idea, or have you got sort of like perhaps an opinion about the current surge in poaching that's happening in Namibia, beyond, I think, a lot of people's wildest expectations?
Yeah, absolutely. We are quite devastated by the sudden surge. I mean, we are operational for many years now, and this is the first, in the past 3 months, we had more incidents of people, poachers on our farms than in all the time before that. And I'm quite sure that it might have to do with the fact that in South Africa they are getting better geared and trained anti-poaching units. I'm thinking of the Kruger National Park, where those guys do it on next level.
It's like military.
Absolutely, full on military. They have contacts with poachers weekly, literally.
Yeah. Wow.
So they make it more difficult to poach there, in my opinion, and Namibia lies open.
It's absolutely, it's like a book.
Absolutely.
It's like,
and
or a menu.
They started to put focus in our country now.
Any successes recently with the sort of like the opening up or the syndicates that's active in Namibia that you guys sort of got behind or into?
Yeah, I must say our approach is not to catch poachers, is to deter them, to prevent them from killing our rhinos.
Right.
So we don't work with intelligence and so forth.
I understand.
So that we leave for the police. We focus all our energy to dominate an area where we work so that the poachers would rather not come to.
You have it.
I hear what you say. Good. We're going to take a break and then we'll be back.
We've got some interviewees, don't we?
Yeah. Good. Today is the day of many. If I can find the ad, then we'll be very happy.
FJ Logistics. We do road freight, mostly from our neighboring countries. We do air freight, from all over the world. And we even do ocean freight, for those not so easy cargoes. Most of all, we guarantee to always deliver on time. FJ Logistics. Give us a call today.
There we go.
We are back.
Yeah, I think it's this table, the surface is giving me a hard time. But then we got some help. Thanks, Solomon. I think it's going to work. Yeah, much better.
Okay.
I think it is the surface.
So we
Yes.
have an interviewee, a foreign national, somebody from the outside world here in Namibia. We're speaking to nobody else but Arthur Gell. Arthur, it's nice to have you with us on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
So where are you from?
I'm from the UK.
I like the accent. That's why I'm
Yes,
asking.
it's fantastic to hear. First of all, I don't know if you are a fan, but we do know that your queen has passed away.
Yes,
Yeah, she did. And we, Dirk and I, we were fans, and she did a wonderful job. So, you know, stay strong. You've got a king now.
And now we've got a king.
Yes.
Yep. So we're still going with the royal family. So,
Yes.
yeah.
From what area are you in England?
I'm from the West Midlands, so sort of smack bang in the middle of England.
So you're a Newcastle fan.
No, they're further north.
Further north.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I'm a Newcastle fan. I was just hinting into that direction.
I won't have any grudges.
Yeah, whilst you guy in, I don't know what kind of beers you have there.
Oh.
You know, but the castle.
Let's not go down that road.
It's a,
The Brits have got the best pubs in the whole world.
yeah, but I think we still have the best beer. You know, in the movie. Is it? So you can say that. Tell us about your background.
Well, I'm from England, obviously. I left school maybe 4 years ago, and I jumped straight into sort of the security industry.
Okay.
And doing all that sort of good stuff over in the UK. And also I'm in the Army Reserves with England as well.
All right.
So I sort of spend most of my time doing that. And then I don't know why, but this year I thought, you know what, I need an adventure and I want to do something a bit more positive. And, you know, get out of my comfort zone a bit. So I was having a look around, looking for places that I don't really know much about, and found Namibia.
Okay.
And found Namibian Wildlife Protection.
And all of that online?
All of that online, yep. And then contacted Solomon and asked him what it was about, and got a lot of feedback and was very excited about it. And then I flew over last week, spent a week in Windhoek just doing touristy things, and now I'm here with Solomon for the next 6 weeks, 7 weeks.
Oh, so you're doing the big course, the whole
No.
katoots?
I still do the 10-day course, and then whatever Solomon wants to do with me after that is... his choice.
Someone always has a plan.
Yes.
So is Namibia anything that you expect it to be?
Yes, in the weather, it's definitely hot here. That's something that I've noticed. But I really had, I'd done a bit of research and looking in tourist guides and things like that about Namibia, and what I tended to see was quite positive. You know, the environment here is amazing, the scenery is amazing, the wildlife is completely, you know, totally different from what I have at home.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, and especially in the city as well, in Windhoek.
Yes.
Really good fun there in the past week. Going up to Etosha as well. I went camping there for 2 or 3 days.
Oh, great.
To go look at the wildlife and get a bit more acquainted with what I'm going to be doing here.
Yeah.
And so far, I'm really enjoying it.
Oh, well.
A lot of people talk about wildlife, you know, and talk about Africa. It's like a romance in their minds. You know, we need to go to Africa. You know, have you had any close encounters on this farm with the real bush, the real animals?
Not well. Last night we had the lions. You could hear them roaring. They were relatively close, not as close as I think they've been before.
Yeah.
From what I've heard, so I'm always looking over my shoulder every now and then, especially when I'm sitting on the wall behind.
Yeah.
But I got very close to some animals in Etosha. Saw a couple of lions that walked straight past my car window.
Oh, fantastic.
Sort of pressed the door lock very subtly.
Yes.
Well, that's a good thing to do.
And you know, elephants as well. I think in Etosha they're quite used to cars and things, so they tend to walk.
Yes,
to cars.
So you mentioned that in the UK, when you started off, you went into the security and also into the army reserves, and usually one would find that kind of thing would entail humans to humans. I think you are here now on a program which is involving basically human to wildlife.
Yeah.
Is that just something that fascinated you, caught your eye? Is that
So where I live in England, I live on a farm myself, not this kind of farm, these
Right.
massive farms. But I grew up on a farm as well, and we have game and I'm also at home. I'm very much into conservation of animals and looking after wildlife.
Yeah.
sure?
So I thought something that's passionate about me at home, I could do abroad as well.
Yeah.
To help out and do
So
something.
that's where the link was.
Yeah.
Okay.
I imagine you find purpose in doing this course. And what would you like to do from here going forward?
Here going forward, I don't know. I'd quite like to take the skills that I learn here as an experience, in a sense of, for me as well, traveling, coming abroad, learning more cultural experience, learning about people from different places and their stories, as well as a wild experience of getting out of my comfort zone, being in a country which I didn't know very much about when I came, and the weather and the environment and the animals, etc.
Yes.
And also taking a lot of the things like survival skills and stuff like that. So if I do end up anywhere else in the world or go somewhere else, I've been taught by someone that
You've
knows
got
me
those
how to
skills
do
in
it.
your back pocket. Eh? Yeah,
Well,
sure.
that's absolutely fantastic.
Fantastic.
That's great. And thanks for being an ambassador already, of Namibia, because I can hear in your voice the passion that you have. And I'm sure at one stage or the other you will go back and you will take all this experience and the beauty of this country and the people you'll take with you.
Yes.
Yeah. Good.
So there we have it, Arthur Gell
Yeah.
from Britain. Thank you very much, Arthur, for being on the show.
Wish you luck. And hope you're going to be so happy with yourself. Give yourself a tap on the shoulder once you've done it all and you've reached your goals in life. Good, you take care. We're going to take a break and we will have our next guest with us.
Vintage Bar and Grill. Your friendly neighborhood bar, where the food is always great and very affordable, and the drinks are always cold. We promise a good time between nightly DJ music, karaoke, live music on weekends, and even pub games. We have fantastic dry facilities, ample seating, and more than enough secure parking. So pop in at Vintage Bar and Grill at Jerk Sky Park in Olympia. Vintage Bar and Grill. Always a good time.
What a...
Die baie is 'n soort van 'n bietjie meer van 'n profiel.
Yeah. Here we are. Still in the Namibian bush at a undisclosed location.
Yeah.
We are in the training facility of Namibia Wildlife Protection. For those of you who've just joined us, a hearty welcome to the show here on InfoStream Namibia. And our next guest that we have here is nobody but Mateus Mweuta.
Yes, you are right.
Am I right?
You got it. You got
Yes.
it.
He's got a very unique surname, so I want to do my best to pronounce it the best way that I can.
All right.
Mateus, are you a Namibian?
Yes, I'm a full Namibian by nationality.
Okay, and where do you come from?
Coming from the northern part of the country,
Okay,
which is Omusati region.
Omusati.
Omusati region.
Okay, yes.
Near Kalongo constituency.
Ah,
But
fantastic.
currently, I'm in Commerce region, which is Windhoek.
Right.
Ah,
Yes.
okay.
Where everyone wants to be. A lot of people, when you go to the north,
migrate
people
to
say,
the
hey, one day I want to go to Windhoek. People in Windhoek say, no, I just want to get out of Windhoek. I want to go somewhere else.
That's the truth. is-
Did you grow up on a farm?
Not really. We only used to visit farms when we go for tours.
Okay.
When that time we were in school, we had to be going for tours.
Oh, yes.
Tosha, Wakanda,
I understand.
visiting different campuses.
Yeah.
Yes. So, as a fellow Namibian here, the three of us, what drew your interest to Namibia Wildlife Protection and doing this course?
Namibia Wild Protection, here we have been trained, and I'm interested to save our own wild animals and plants.
That's
Because
fantastic.
the ecosystems consist of plant and animal,
Yes.
and we
Yes.
need to save it.
Yeah.
Mostly here we are focusing on our valued and special species, which is rhino,
Okay.
black rhino and white rhino. Those are the most targeted by poachers. And poachers are those people who illegally hunt and kill or misposition our animals and some crucial plants
Yes.
in the forest.
Actually, quite a nice attitude.
Approach and attitude.
Yeah,
Because I think what
we need to conserve and we need to look after the animals because the planet is about that.
Yes.
Yeah, I think what Matthias is telling us is that the real values and the morality regarding poaching is something that lies close to his heart, and prevent that from happening so that we as Namibians can keep our resources, and through that we will be able to earn so much more revenue in foreign tourists, foreign investments, you know, that kind of thing which we so desperately need in Namibia.
Yes.
Matthias, do you think enough education is done from school level to make people aware of the fact that wildlife and the protection of wildlife is absolutely important?
Not really. The course here is being going in deep in details.
Yeah.
How to protect animals.
Yeah.
Here. At school, we only taught about the ecosystem itself.
Yes,
Food
yes.
chain, food web.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
once you come here, it's theory and practical. The lion that you see in the book is not the lion you are going to meet in the forest.
It's totally different.
Totally
The one that we listened to
Here
last
we are in the
night.
camp.
Yeah.
And this camp is situated in the farm where there's those animals. In reality, they are just sleeping over
Just
around the
nearby,
campus
just
here.
nearby, yeah.
You see, this camp is not being fenced. You see, it's an open camp. Animal can come drink water by nearby, exposing yourself to real animals, not the one in the book. There's
Well,
a total difference.
Then you're quite right, because we've seen some footage, a video that Mr. Vermaak actually showed us of elephants that came to drink out of the pool here.
Yes.
Yeah.
The swimming pool. Look at how beautiful it is there behind us with the animals there at the
The
water.
surroundings are fantastic.
Yeah. So have you had any encounters, maybe not yesterday or the day before, with wild animals one-on-one, face-to-face?
Excuse me again?
Have you seen an elephant being close to an elephant or a rhino or a lion?
Yes. Of course, normally we used to go in the forest.
Yeah.
You can see those animals.
Yeah.
And they are ever migrating. You see where there's springboks. Springboks, they are very scared of predators, which is lions.
Yeah.
And the leopards are here.
Yeah.
Therefore, they normally used to be on their territories.
Yeah.
And the black rhinos and white rhinos are here.
Yeah.
They used to be in their territory, and they can mark their territory with their dogs.
Yeah.
You see.
So, and you guys have to go and watch that and
And
check
watch
that.
it, yeah.
Look at the spoor and everything.
Yes.
What would you like to do when you're done, when you finish with the course?
Actually, since now I'm a qualified electrician.
All right.
by
Okay.
paper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trained by Namibia Institute of Mining and Technology.
Okay.
Actually, I have a vocational training certificate.
Yeah.
Electrical.
Yeah.
And now, as we are in these camps, there's electricity.
Yeah.
And if I get the opportunity to work in such a camps, who will be doing maintenance on the electrical,
Oh.
I need to also to get exposed to the animals in the surrounding
Yes.
camp where I'm doing maintenance.
Yeah.
Because you can't just come while you are busy fixing the lights, outside lights, and the lion pass by you, run away. And animals, they don't like people who run. Stand still.
That's very true.
Yeah, they are in their own territory.
Yeah.
Therefore, it's you to behave. Behavior is mostly counted here. Behave and then act like, yes, I'm in somebody's territory. I can't do what I want, but I have to do what the animal want me to.
That's very true, yeah.
Fascinating.
We are in their territory.
Yes.
It's the same as when you're sitting at home and you're watching TV and a lion walks in or an elephant walks in. It's not his territory. Yeah, that's good.
What I find fascinating is how Matthias takes his electrical qualification, now learning this kind of stuff, which is anti-poaching, and linking those together, and that will build the opportunities for your future.
can actually see
Fantastic.
the
Well done,
opportunity.
Matthias.
I think it's fantastic. Good. Thanks for chatting to us, and we wish you
Nice
luck
having
with
you
the
on the
course.
show.
I hope it's going to be fantastic, and may all your dreams come true.
Thank you, sir.
That's great.
Right.
Sure.
Yes, Kaufeee?
We're just going for a commercial break, I guess.
Yeah.
And then we will be right back, so don't go away.
Most people understand the importance of getting a good night's sleep to ensure optimum performance during the day, which is why you need to invest in a good quality mattress to ensure you get the best sleep possible at night. We've got you covered. Visit Oblivion Trading Enterprises at Unit 12 and 13, Edison Street, Southern Industrial for a vast range of Medispine orthopedic mattresses to choose from. Or call Pierre at 0811 29 7666. Feel the bliss of Oblivion.
Ja, daar is hy.
there we are.
Daar is 'n lekker bydrae gewees. Ek hoop julle het dit almal geniet.
Yes.
En ons sê baie dankie weer vir die gasheer wat ons genooi het. Daar buitekant is 'n hele klompie kilometers, so amper 120, 140 kilometers aan die kant windhoek. Dit was 'n verware wonderlike ervaring.
Fantastic experience.
Interessant in die naweek, daai watergat wat daar agter ons was, daar was nou 'n klomp bokkies. Die oggend was hy die pragtigste kudu's geweest, kudubulle wat ek nog in my lewe gesien het. En toe oor die naweek toe kry ons foto's van daai kant af, van daai trainingkamp af met die leeu's wat by daai watergat lê, daar waar ons gesit het.
Ja.
En ons het ook videomateriaal gekry van olifante wat daar water gedrink het.
Ja.
Maar ons sal later 'n bietjie deel met die
It
mense.
is just such a tranquil environment for a training environment in terms of anti-poaching.
Yeah.
And please understand that we've had this interview with these individuals, but it is a very rigorous and a very in-depth training program at Namibia Wildlife Protection. So please go and visit Namibia Wildlife Protection's website, get all the information, and I think it's just a great place to be.
Ja, en ons sal julle op hoogte hou van die kampe wat daar plaasvind.
Yes.
Vir die van julle wat sou belangstel en aansoek doen, ons sal al die inligting met julle deel. Ons sal net koffie en onthou net altyd Dinsdae is ons Conservation Tuesday.
Yes.
So Dinsdag gaan ons weer gesels. Een van die dae is die groot toerisme expo hier in Namibia. En agter die skerms werk Jens baie hard om te kyk of ons daar kan uitsaai. En ons, as dit goed gaan ons sommer volgende week weer met hom gesels en hoor hoe ver is hulle en hoe kan ons deelneem aan daardie expo.
Ja.
So hou daai datums ook dop.
Keep those dates open.
Ons moet kyk na die weer op 'n stadium. Ek sien ons tyd begin uitloop en ook sommer kommentare. Kom ons begin net eers gou by van die kommentare. Baie dankie, julle het dit gestuur terwyl die uitsending aan die gang was.
Yes, Joop Nel has asked, is there an alternative for the people that fall out of the initial training to maybe utilize them still in other areas? Seeing that they are interested in conservation. Yeah, what was interesting, Joop, in terms of your question there, I'm sure that is possible. I've also tagged Namibia Wildlife Protection in your comment, so I trust they might come back. But what we found extremely interesting, not only from the two gentlemen, the students that we've interviewed, but also other students at the program when we spoke to them on our visit there, is how they take their current qualifications, skills and talents and build this kind of training into that. Give an example, the last gentleman that we spoke to, Mateus, who's basically an electrician, and his vision is to work on lodges and on farms in Namibia, and obviously when they work on electricity, they're out in the bush, and he would need to know how to deal with wild animals.
Ja, nee, goed, ek dink is 'n wonderlike skill set.
Yes.
En die klomp wat daar is, nie almal jonk nie, maar ek moet sê, ouens wat jy kan sien, reg deur die bank. Party van hulle baie skaam om met ons te gesels, maar reg deur die bank gaan dit oor een ding, liefde vir die natuur.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And something that Dirk and I also spoke about is, this is the perfect educational thing to go on, especially for school leavers or individuals that might have a break in their career. I wouldn't say a sabbatical, but definitely this could be something perfect for a gap year.
Ja, nee, verseker. So gaan maak dit raai daar op die webwerf en soos ek sê, ons sal meer inligting vir julle bring. Wat het ons nog?
André Karikies Carson sê ook dankie Salies vir wat julle alles doen vir wildlife and poaching. Dankie Karikies. En dan Pierre Souden sê daar is rumors dat regeringsamptenare betrokke is by meeste van die wilddiefstal, veral renosters. As ons nie die ondersteuning van die GRN kry nie, is dit amper om soos teen donder weer te hoes. Ek sal ook voorstel dat die weermag meer betrokke moet raak en nie so in die kampe sit nie. Well, that is definitely a worthwhile comment to look at.
Ja, Pierre, gaan kyk bietjie na die Conservation Namibia of die Game Rangers groep. Die Game Rangers Namibia groep en dan gaan volg jy bietjie die gesprekke wat daar plaasvind. En ek moet vir jou eintlik sê, jou oë sal oopgaan as jy sien wat word daar ontbloot
Ja.
en die aantuigings wat gemaak word en dit waarmee die ouens besig is wat hulle onthul en partykeer nie eers media mag meedeel nie, maar dit gebeur.
Ja.
So daai goed gebeur, jep.
En dan laaste comment van Joep af. Hy sê, Joep, hy het 'n slim plan, nice interviews. Baie dankie, Joep. Ons waardeer jou compliment, dat is baie nice van jou.
Baie dankie. Ek wil net so, Joep, terwyl jy vir ons kyk, wil ek nog net sê baie geluk aan Anita vir haar verjaardag.
Oh, yes,
Dit was
I
nou,
caught that
ek
this
dink-
morning. Sorry, I haven't
ek is nou nie
responded.
seker of dit gister of vandag was nie, maar ek hoop dis binne hierdie paar ure. So asseblief sê vir haar baie liefde en baie geluk
Happy
en 'n
birthday,
en 'n
Anita.
mooi nuwe lewensjaar. Dra dit oor namens my en Kaufeee en ook die InfoStream span en al ons kykers.
Yes.
Ons gaan na die weer kyk. As julle nou nog 'n tydjie het, laat weet vir ons vinnig wat die weer is in julle wêreld.
Yeah. In the meantime, the Met Office is reporting that for today, cool Arctic air is migrating to the northeast, and then the interior cool at first in the interior. Well, we noticed that this morning, otherwise sunny and cool to mild in the south, central and eastern regions, elsewhere sunny and warm to hot. Windy weather will persist in the interior. In the meantime, the coast partly cloudy and mild to warm. The maximum temperatures for today in Windhoek 22, Swakop 24, Walvis Bay 28, Katima Mulilo 31, then in Ondangwa 29, Oshakati also 29, Otjiwarongo 28, Rehoboth 21, and let's have a look, Karasburg 20, very cool in coldish in Karasburg, Mariental 24. And unfortunately, we still don't have the temperatures for the east of the country, but there's your weather.
Ja, dit is maar gebabes nog steeds van die map af.
Ja,
Ek
maar-
weet nie wat daai boere verkeerd gedoen het, maar om een of ander rede wil die weervoorspelling niks met hulle te doen hê nie.
Ja, ja.
Die Vrystaters, ons Suid-Afrikaners, dankie in elk geval dat julle vir ons die inligting stuur. En ons het sommer net vir interessantheid gevra oor daai verskriklike ongeluk tussen die trokke wat plaasgevind het. Maar in elk geval maak nou nie saak wanneer jy die inligting het, jy stuur dit vir ons.
Yes. In die tussentyd kan jy net gou daarso kyk, Dirk, op jou WhatsApp groep. Karretjies het vir ons oor die gaming laat weet, maar dan is dit ook lekker om vir Mark Mucke van Otjiwarongo bei uns op die Show te hê. Mark, es ist schön, dich hier heute Morgen zu haben bei uns. En hy sê dis skilpad weer in Otjiwarongo.
Wow, dankie
weet
van
wat dit
Otja.
beteken.
Ja, dankie vir Otjiwarongo. Daar's 'n klomp goed aan die gang. Ons het gelees oor Tsumeb, daar's weer ook van die feeste, die koperfeeste
Ja.
wat weer aan die gang is. So dis wonderlik om te sien dat hierdie plaaslike feeste het weer begin. Alhoewel die organiseerder daar aan Tsumeb sê hy dink nie dit gaan so groot wees as van tevore nie, maar hy moedig almal aan om weer te begin deelneem aan die koperfees. Karretjies, ja, baie dankie. Die gaming girls, dit is voorwaar 'n sport. Jy is heeltemal reg.
Okay.
En ek dink gaming in die wêreld, Kaufeee, is een van die sportsoorte wat van die grootste borgskappe trek ooit.
Yes.
Dis miljoene der miljoene. So hy sê sy dogter kan vir ons meer vertel want sy gaan, haar naam is Maya Karstens. Ons gaan haar bel en hoor of sy dalk met ons wil kom gesels.
Great stuff.
Dit sal wonderlik wees. Dankie daarvoor. En daar was daar nog 'n boodskapie, net gou hier kyk. Wynand Reed, hy vra, do you have any news info on the cheetahs that went to India? Ons het gister daaroor gesels. Wynand, ons het gister 'n volledige artikel daaroor gehad.
Ja.
Hulle is veilig soontoe gevat, veilig daar afgelewer. So baie dankie as jy nog meer inligting het. Want ek weet jy is baie betrokke by die bewaring en ook hierdie tipe van transaksies en groepe. Asseblief deel nog meer. Maar soos ek sê, ons het gister in detail het ons gepraat oor hierdie hele projek wat plaasgevind het. Kaufeee, is daar nog iets van jou kant?
That is us. That is it from our side. Thank you very much for joining us today on Conservation Tuesday.
Ja, onder môre het ons 2 gesprekke. Ons gaan met Rudolf gesels en ons gaan ook met 'n dokter gesels oor 'n paar interessante aspekte. So moet dit nie môre misloop nie. Hou julle self warm vandag en geniet dit. Dit is amper alweer Woensdag. Groetnis. Mooi loop.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you so much for watching. Remember, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, and you can also WhatsApp us. Please do us a favor and like this video, share it, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell icon, so you can get an update when new videos are uploaded. Thanks for now, hope to see you next time.